So, as ladies and gentlemen, let's see now briefly. These are all Ziston Finance Bank Mastercard. Okay, this bank Mastercard, Ziston Finance Bank, this bank Mastercard and Visa, and then the names of the celebrities we have on YouTube. Most recently. And then if we look here, we're going to review muchly about the payrolls, how payroll works. And then this is the checks, okay, how the checks works. And then this is how much it is on the cost of living in Canada. This is the cost of living, okay. And then where the item really soap, okay. We're gonna be looking at that, and then we're also gonna be chatting briefly about the CRM. CRM is, of course, strategies, marketing analysis, orders, service, support, sales, and then that is basically marketing, okay? And is the software issues, and then the software such as this one, software such as like this, and then for this kind of a company, for country registrations, and then that is briefly about the product, the merchants account we have. Now, let's look now step by steps here about the softwares, the CRM. Okay, this is a CRM software. Okay, which is basically handling the customers' informations, or the employees' informations, or the vendors' informations, or this one, the regards of the account information of the individuals. Okay, such kind of a software, you must be maybe popular with it. That is basically briefly about the CRM. Okay, and that is briefly about the payroll, how payroll works, and then how is the cost of living in Canada calculated, and then they are calculated like this by CRM softwares or by using N softwares. Okay, that's how they are really calculated. And then basically this is how payrolls really works. Okay, payroll rolls, and then that's weekly salaries. If that's the amount, that's the amount. Then if that's the amount, that's the amount. If that's the amount, this is the amount. That's the deductions. This is the deductions. And then federal is 7%, provisional is 8%, and then that is roughly 15. The two of them, and then minus two. And then we are up to 13% of the tax. And then the total deposit is also there. And then for company revenues, there's the company revenues, 900 billions. And then federal is there, provisional is there, as for examples. That is the 8 difference is there. That is the 8 difference is higher. And then the hourly, that is 10 for at least 49.50 hours. Overtime is 19.50 per hourly. So gross pay is there. And then let's say we are there $10, and then I earned addition, I earned $3.75, and then for commissions, and then plus $10, which is the $13.75. And then if we calculate the overtimes times the overtimes, we are roughly to see around $19.50 per hourly. Gross pay is there, and then my net is there. Okay, because that is really 50 hours, and then 50 hours minus addition minus 10. Okay, and then that is roughly 40 hours regular hours, and then 10 hours overtimes. So there, and then plus overtimes, which is there, roughly $19 or $20, and then times 10, and then there will be roughly $100. I mean $200, and then the net 10 by 40 is roughly 400. That is roughly $600, and then you can see the amount is roughly 495, and then 514, and then there we are right there, roughly there, and then the net. Okay, the ensuring our CPP is there, 8, EI is there, and then tax is there, and then there, and then there. So that's briefly about that, and then that is that. Okay, if we look there, that is that one there, and then there, and then there. So let's see how that's work really. There's CRM, and then briefly CRM, and then briefly what we already tackled there. Okay, and then briefly about this one, about the uh, Waine Hz as is it on I am a migrant. Okay, and I'm a single person. I have my total, which is less than which is there. The total is there, $990 per month. Okay, and then what is the cost of living in Canada? If I'm in ODSB, ODSB, OW, and then of course the cost of living for a single person is $990. Family and kids, that is $6,090. Okay, per month. So let's say if I'm in college or universities, then that is 30,000 to 120,000 for college students or university students, and then the salary is roughly 130,000. No experience with the salaries. That is the 2004 2022, which is this year and present. So if we tackle this one, the cost of living for this one, the cost of living one, that is the TV rental per month, is no longer $19, is $120, and then home telephone per month is it not longer $19, is $120. Smartphone rental, which is the buying the loading your datas, okay, on this on the smartphones, that is roughly $120 a month. Okay, so you can use it anywhere, anytimes. Okay, you can chat, you can call, you can without any interference. If you that is the internet Wi-Fi also per month, that is what they're saying, $118 is the same thing there. And then the hydro electricity, that is the no longer $20, is the $120. And then the rent, buy or lease per month, that is $85 if you are really IOM immigrants. And then that is the IOM immigrants, okay. And then the $85, and then or you pay $1,110 or 4,000 for this kind of apartments, one bedrooms there, or a townhouse like this one here. Okay, rental. And then the union gas, that is the heat and cool per month, that is the $120, no longer $20. Or you have to agree with the $46 for the heat and cool, $46. And then the water, hot and cold, that is $46 or $120. You know, so if you look here, that is the expertise. Where do they really shop? Of course, I am Canada immigration immigrant profits. So each month's earnings are sold at this one: Western Union, Metro Food, Walmart, Fresh Food, No Frill, Food Basics, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Pizza, Subways, Asian Buffet, Domino Pizza, and then you may found, of course, Home Hardware, Staples, Best Buy, Sopas, Dry Mates, Canada Post Office, or subs. And then there's such as student loan, and then for employment jobs, salaries and wages, malls, mint closings, no bills, no credit, of course, no visit paid. Therefore, you will not pay visit if this is the amount you are earning. You will not pay a visit, but you will find the families they enjoying the visits, and then because their families, their number is good there. If we talk of utilities and rent, that is $46, $46, $85, a total of $223 if you are addition on the government assistance. Okay, those are the places where we normally shops. That is basically the cost of living in Canada. If you look there, the arrows, they are pointing the cost of living in Canada, how the cost of living is calculated. Okay, Wi-Fi, That's there, water there, heat there, hydro there, rent there. Okay, and then that is the basic cost of living. And then I owe me migrants, Waine Hz, where do you shop once you get paid per monthly from OW or ODSP? And then that's food basics, $990. Of course, I'm a single person, so I agree that. And then these are the places where I normally shop. Home hardware, one of them. Canada Computers, which is electronics. That is another one. More Western Union, YouTube, and then 500 fortunate companies, and then the staples, okay, and then Best Buys. I do shop Walmart, of course, Canadian Tires, okay, and then I do shop in a Giant Tiger, okay, and then the food stores, Metro, Fresh Food, No Frill, Food Basics, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Asian Buffet, Pizza, McDonald's, Subways, and then the Western Unions, okay. That is regards of the where does the immigrant really shop, okay. If it come to this one, the IOM migrants, where do they shop? And then what is the cost of living in Canada? Okay, that is based on where do you shop. And then if you look there, those are the companies where we really shop, okay, on daily basis. So on occasions of this one, of the payrolls, this is how the payroll is really calculated, okay. That is based on the payrolls. If you are employed, the employee number is there, then the functions of the payrolls is run there, and then basically those are celebrities online which are on YouTubers. And then now let's begin tracking this one to the areas of this one, inventories, units. What is inventories? If we talk of inventories, that is the definitions of inventories. Home currencies, okay. If we go to GST and HST, this is how GST and HST is registered, okay. How to register it for GST, HST, if that's the checking account amount, okay. And then overview, that is just a clue on how to register it, okay. And then handling the business with the percentages, getting the percentages, how to calculate the percentages, tracking the basic this one, payroll percentages, how to find the basic percentages. If the percentage is 7% or is 8%, how to calculate them, okay. 3%, there, 15%, 2%, 13%, and then how to find them, okay. How to get the percentages, 5%, okay. If it's applicable to GST, HST, you can see there PST is 9%, GST is in 7%. And then how to, of course, find those percentages and then calculate them, recalculate them, and adjust them, okay. That is how the step by steps to take to do the jobs done, okay, at once. And then that is basically for the IOM immigrants how to travel to another countries. If your earning is roughly $45,000 these days, don't come to Canada. Unless you are coming with your purpose, you can come. $45,000 Canadian dollars is still a fooling amount of money there. Of course, it's bothering people and then can waste you a lot here in these countries. So that's why if you are just like us who come here to this country, we don't have even $100 in our pockets. Okay, we come as educated people, but this is how to request the letter to buy furnitures. Okay, household furnitures. This is the amount of the furnitures. Okay, you may find you are paying that much for those orders, and then there are some of them not listed there. Okay, so that is how to apply for those areas, okay, basically. And then if we look here, that is what we already scanned there. okay, how to calculate those monies. Okay, so that is briefly about that one. And then this is another one there, also how to calculate the monies and then track the inventories basically. So that's in regards of the tracking of the inventories. And then if we look here, those are those kind of chairs, how much, how to buy them. Okay, and then basically there are things how much we use normally to get those kind of orders. So here, this is the IOMA participants this one, the forms. Okay, the amount the IOM offered me to come to Canada is less than $2,000. Okay, the amount is $1,847. Okay, I paid, and then I pay all to the amount. Now I pay all of them, but that times in 2007 it remained how much, $1,401.29. Okay, I was paying $25 out of my bank account. Okay, so the interest is how much they are charging, 1,380.36, okay, on the interest. So that is the interest. Okay, so that's the account, that's the account as an IOM participants. Okay, to Canada. And then that is how to pay those others back. And then if you are paying those ones, and then this is how to apply for your to your for your ID, permanent resident card. Okay, how to apply for a permanent resident card, Pierre card in Canada. So they need a passport of you, passport size, date the passport was taken, and then you have to list there, and then you have to take the application to them. Okay, if you are here for jobs, and then that's his career site on the internet, and then how to find employments, you search those careers. Okay, and then you apply to them step by step. That is the career, that is how to apply for jobs. Okay, how to find the jobs online if your purpose is for employment, and then how to apply for a jobs. Okay, that is basically for jobs, numbers of the jobs. Okay, basically that is how to transfer money. Okay, Western Union money transfer, how they works. Okay, for the IOM immigrants to these countries. Okay, you can see their amount I receive is how much, that much there receiver, that is me there, that much money there I received. Okay, and then if you look here, that is basically Bank of Montreal, my bank statements for daily banking. Okay, so the branch, how much money there I use, that much money there, descriptions, and then that's that much money there, and then how much balance I have in my bank account from Bank of Montreal. Okay, because we used to say Bank of Montreal and Bank of Montreal. So that is briefly about that. If you see here, that is with this cost of living in Canada. This is a belt, and then that is cost of living per month. You can see there how much money the guy want, more than the $200 from me. That is less than $300 they want. They are doing so seriously their due amount due. So they want that one there, pay to them. Okay, so that was paid to them already. That is a the year is back. I'm just scanning. You can see there the year is already gone here. Okay, that was 2012, I guess. It's not here even. That is to do with 2007, I guess. So it's in another address, not in this address. So this is the cost of living also. Okay, the cost of living, the amount is there, $37. Okay, this is water heater. Okay, hot water and cool water, $64. You can see there the amount is not easy, very conscious amount there. Okay, and then this is hydro. Okay, the amount is how much, $141 they said on paid, but there is how much, $141. You can see there is $33 pay. Okay, If it's $33 paid, that is $46 and $120 these days. You can see there we are not saved. We are really rivaling. And then for heats and cooling, these units, okay, that is also the amount is there. You can see that's $37, okay, or for the bills, heats and cooling. So the account number is there. That is $36, $34. Their pay. That's what they're saying, right? So if you look here, how much? That is $167 there. The guy is $120 roughly there. If you see there $200 what dollars, that is a very crazy kind of amount, right? So basically, if I have this one, 30 children in Africa, why cannot me pay $1 to them? If I have 90 children, why not the $3 for those children's school fees? If I have 300 children, and then why not $12 for those children's school fees? That's why. If what about this one, 5,000 children, why am I supposed to pay $1 million dollars for 5,000 children? If I have 50,000 children, why am I supposed to pay this much uh, uh, for 50,000 children for 30 schools? Why am I supposed to pay 300 billion cash? Okay, cost of living in Canada, Ontario, and then how to work under tables while earning from government assistance. Okay, summary of the payrolls. That's what we just indicated here. And then let's see here. That is online, how to make money online. Okay, this is how to make money online. If you take these statements, this is how we were making money online. Okay, this is how we were making money online. And then here, if you see here, that is my exams result since I come to these countries. And then that was which date is there, you can see that's 2005, my exams. Okay, that's the result for that one. And then this is another areas for my work. Okay, for my work. That is exams, another exam paper, another exam paper. There are actually 120 exam papers to 300 exam papers I have here. Okay, because that is the 300 exam papers. Okay, exam papers. Okay, my exam papers. Okay, the result which I did online. This is how I print them out after I finish my online exams with the schools. These schools, and then I do print them out. Okay, every time the exams is completed online, and then you have to ensure you print a copy for yourself. If you found it's not well done, and then you have to go and redo them again. Okay, and then that's how we do print them out. So that is basically to do with that. And then if we tackle this area here, you can see here we have what they called okay, that is basically Canadian living standard. Okay, and then basically let's see here, where did the paper go? It's right here. You can see there, that is basically to do with the phone bundles. For if you are here to watch TV, to do programs on TV, you can see there how much money you're gonna need for the TV, for the computers, for the phone, just for the phone, for the home phone, how much money they are saying this money is no longer there. That is per month, right? So if you look there plus the $50, that is not it. So that guy is there demanding more money from people. So basically, let's go quickly here with the payrolls. Okay, that is my payrolls. Okay, scanning the payrolls here. That is basically payrolls. Okay, that is it with the payrolls. Okay, that is basically payrolls. Payrolls. Okay, that is payrolls base. That is basically with the payrolls. Okay, how much money you can earn only. Uh, So that is it for the cost of living, to ease your cost of living here in this country if you are employed. That is if you employed full times, and you guess you are employed full times. So that is briefly cost of living, okay? And then of course that is briefly about the payrolls, okay? Briefly about the payrolls, and then let's see how much money does an individual may earn. Of course, that is basically payrolls. Okay, and for this one here, that is for how to write your resumes. If you're gonna be applying for employments, you want a job. Okay, how to apply for employments. This is how to apply for employments. Okay, this is how to write your resumes, indicating your years of experience. Of course, you have to ensure it. So that is for the resumes. Okay, pieces of your reference informations. Okay, the company you've been working with. Okay, your years of experience, and then the areas of your experience. Okay, must be indicated clearly. Okay, briefly about filing the procedures for for mails. If you are handling office standard here for mails, that is briefly for mails. And then of course categories for filing the mails. Those categories for filing the mails, ensuring if you are handling the mails, this is procedures for handling the mails. And then this is a very rich countries, and then here people normally they don't once they go out, they don't want to return again, and then you have to use the procedures 100 grams, then 200 grams. That's that much there. That's the amount of money. Okay, the cost of letter mailing in Canada if you're using Canada Post, or which other kind of mail post you're using, and then how much they are charging here, so per month. And then you can see criteria of those ones there. Then if an individual is not there, and then for instance I'm not in my office, you are working with me, how to help me understand that someone to leave me a voucher, a voucher, and then someone leave me a message, and then you leave me a message, and then how to leave me a message in my office if I'm not there, and then you are holding my money. So what can you do? Those are briefly about those ones. They are helping your team grow. Okay, how to help your teams grow. Basically, okay, this is a telephones. How to share the telephones inside with your other teams. Okay, briefly, if you look there, that is briefly these were the areas how to overcome, your burdens, and then help yourself, and then assist other people understand, okay, your faculties in this country. So, for instance, these are basic areas, okay, basic areas, okay. basic areas. Of course, that is to do with the basic things you may need if you are using a fax machines to fax the order to another area, and then of course you feel you are not ready there, and then how to prepare and how to keep your fax machines of course working efficiently without another guy backlogging and then gonna take over your infos, and these are criteria they normally use to get it done, the job done. Of course, you can see there how many issues and how many related areas of multitasking they are needed there. So postal codes, how to get the postal codes, and then searching them on the online criterias. Okay, I'm just gonna scan to these orders very fast because we are really going out of times. Okay, but I just bet, and then we will at least understand somewhere there with you guys. Okay, so briefly, that is to do with the conference. If it come to conference, how to pay your conference. Okay, statements, and then the expenses for your conference, how much they really needed. Okay. And then for job interview, if you apply for job interview, or you are there working with me over Nairobi, and then you are hiring someone for my office to run my office, and then which procedure is to be used, and then these are procedures to use. Okay, and then for questions, this is the questions. Okay, job interview questions, samples of job interview. Okay, and then the areas for the job interviews, and then what you should ask for the employees, and then what they should do. Okay, they have to write for you those ones there. And then basically for the employment, basically if you are also new to these countries, where to find the employments, these are employment agents. Okay, they are all listed as unemployment agents. Okay, their website, and then their purpose. Okay, employment types. Okay, what they are doing. Okay, in these countries. So that is basically employment agents. Okay, they are employment agents. They are employment agents. Those are all employment agents. Okay, and then criteria to do with editions, with the exam hints. Those are exam hints. Okay, concerns to exam hints, and then that is overview, of course, the areas that we are just some